Joining us today. We're still in Saturnian energy. This as above, so below. We are talking about this lead energy, this energy of structure, this energy of business, this energy that is a reward of them that diligently seek Him. This is the type of Ashe that we're going to be talking about tonight, and y'all know I'll be here for it. If this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are truly rooted and deeply rooted in ATR. Those are the African traditional religions. Also, I want to say salutations to my Madrina and to my Padrino and to my Oba, to all of my brothers and sisters all around this globe, whether practicing any form of these ATRs. I want to say that my lives are really here for the Christian people that practice the ATRs, and also here for the ones that, what's up, Natasha? That my Aquarius coming here first. Much love to you, my chocolate. Thank you so much for being with us so very, very much. I was thinking about how we're going to be talking about these subject matters in order to help our melanated people to operate in real magic. What's up there, Bo Ass in the house? What up, Mobitis? What it be? Gemini coming through. To each and every one of you guys, my intention is for that we as a melanated people operate more authentically in our energy, our Ashe, and in the magical systems by which we were naturally designed to operate in order for us to get a true and real outcome for our lives. To each and every one of you guys that have come up colonial, what I mean by that, have been raised up in Christianity and it's affected your life, this is going to be an extraordinary life for you. What's up there, my 69, Renee in the house? Mwah! And then got Mama Susan in the house, Gemini. What's up there, baby? Scorpio, come through. We talking about scorpionic energy. I want to say to you guys, thank you so much for the live today. I hope that many of you guys embrace that live for what it is. I also going to be teaching something tonight that for all of you in 2024 that are expecting great things to happen in your life, I want to share some stuff with you that I feel that is very essential to a lot of the practices that are out there in the ATRs. And what I want to say to many of you guys that have shown so very, very much love all the way to from 2023 up until now. Thank you so much for being with us. The likes, the shares, the commentary. When I tell you guys I've been showing out in my commentary, thank you so much. I love it when females do it, but I even love it more when men do it, because it takes men getting past their ego to actually comment and regard another man. What I want to say also, what's up, love? My Taurus in the house. Thank you so much for being with us. I want to say also thank you to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. And to those that do not know, I am Crown Mafedi Fun Oya, Yanza, Mother of Nine. I'm also rocking Mafedi Fun Yimiya on tonight. There go Yvette. Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. I got Linda, my Scorpio from South Georgia. And then I got Yvette in the house. All right, Cancer, come through now. There go Chris. Come on in here, Philadelphia. Yes, appreciate y'all. Now, I am working with my Fedi Fun Yimiya on Saturday, and I want to talk about this. And I want to say, Sister, I don't know if Sister Calvina is watching, but her and her wife normally cleans the church, but I still have feathers and all kind of stuff all over the floor of the church, so I have to go and clean it myself. So, but thank you for going out there making the attempt. But I got blood everywhere, and so I got to clean up the church for service tomorrow. So I want to say thank you so much. But I am also, and thank you guys for making that screenshot for me for my Fedi Fun, for my doll. Let me see here. Hold on. I'm gonna just show y'all, to those that didn't see her earlier. This normally sits in the interest of my house, but this is my doll that I have from going through the ceremony of Ocha, being crowned. This is a part of the process, and this is a they call it a ladama, basically spirit that works with you when you do your readings, and because this is actually instead of Mafedi Fun Yimiyaj, this is really Madriagua. My spirit is actually Madriagua. This particular spirit, still a water spirit, still a powerful energy, but it's actually out of Palo. But this is the spirit that works with me. But this is her house that she chose to live in. I originally had her in a multicolored dress. The spirit spoke and said she did not want that dress. She wanted a brand new blue dress. And so I had to go rock her and get her blue dress. And that's what she's wearing. She has her elekes on as well. Reminiscent of her the original colors that I had on her Mafedi Fun Oya. But Madre Agua stood up, and so she wanted this doll to be dressed in blue, and so that's what she is, dressed in blue. So all of you that practice voodoo, you know how we utilize dolls and symmetry of that nature. I also working with the a sponge for cleansing, and I have some in the church. I also have some. I just sit with her, and in case something negative comes my way, I just keep that protection. So we're gonna be talking about that, and then I have her fan with her, because you know I keep it right with them all. So put that back over there with her. So that's what we doing with on Saturday. What's up, each and every? What's up, Karen O'Brien? What's up, Jeremy? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you want me to burn incense burns for you tonight, I'm more than willing to do that for you guys tonight. And as well, if you want me to do readings, I will do that as well with Madre Agua at my side. Plus, I have my own spirits that help me do reading. But I also am a necromancer, and I am also a prophet and a major at that when I do my conjure. Now, let's get down to what we're going to talk about now. To all of the cheering, y'all, this Saturday is after 9 o'clock. Church tomorrow, whether you go to church or not. So you need to be in bed, because we've been talk grown people talk, okay? Please put on your good wig on tonight. Put your good wig on tonight. And sir, tie your nuts up, because it's gonna get drastic, okay? Because in order for us to do better, we have to challenge the ideas and the mindsets that are out here, and a lot of times telling people to cast down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Talking about it and being able to understand what you need to be casting down and why certain things are going on the way they're going on. We're going to talk about it on tonight. All right. Mother Sue says she is so. Oh, thank you, Linda. Linda Grant says she's so beautiful. And Mother Sue says she is so beautiful. Now, she is a very powerful spirit entity. And Mother Susan know, because Mother Susan has been in my house. So she sits on her own throne. She got like all of my, any type of spirit that I work with, I get in their own space. I get in their own domain so they can do their thing. So we are, thank you. And so I believe in, just like I believe in treating a natural person right, I also believe in treating spirits right, okay? And so therefore I give a lot to my spirits, and they give a lot back to me. So that's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. We want to talk about let him work for it. To all of you guys, that want to practice the ATRs, and why that you see more women participating in the ATRs, especially with men like me, is because there's a lot about what I'm going to talk about tonight. And I'm going to be saying some things, and I want you to be able to swallow deep. I want you to be able to understand why it matters having certain type of men in your life when it comes to raising men in this life. And especially when it comes down to the ATR, the reason why we do not see many men proficient in their spirituality has a lot to do with what I'm going to talk about tonight. The reason why a lot of women lack a respect for the male counterpart is because of what I'm going to talk about on tonight. And it doesn't matter whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajays. When it comes down to melanated black men in America, there needs to be a change of standard, and not for what other people think, but in order to be empowered and to be respected. I believe that a lot of men do not understand how many before you have dropped the ball, and so therefore it is very hard for women to have a certain level of trust and confidence in the male counterpart, whether it is in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria. You do not see a lot of women, no matter what area of life that you're operating, having a lot of confidence, especially, sir, with melanated black men. Okay, so let's talk about this so we can get to a better place in 2024 without the lies, without the ego tripping, and without personifying yourself to be something that you're not. Okay, so we're going to talk about this on tonight. Genesis, the 29th chapter. And I am not only am a melanated black man, but I am a father. I have been a husband, and I have been also a divorcee. And because I love them enough not to be a widow, I didn't offer them. But anyway, Genesis, the 29th chapter, 16 through 21. What's up there, Monique 444? Jelly Sweets in the house. Much love to you, baby. Monique said, on my way. Okay. No, I want to talk about this. And I need y'all to really hear me, and so willing to share this information. And in order for somebody like me to do it, I have to be vulnerable. I have to be transparent. I have to be in a place where that other men, whether they are where I am or striving to be where I am one day or greater than where I am, that they can have a roadmap to this particular placement in life. Okay? Now, verse 16 says this, and Laman had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. And Leah was tender-eyed, meaning that she was ugly. That's just, we not cutting no chaser, we're not talking night, she was not to be desired. She was not desirable to look upon. She'd been very good in a horror movie. Okay? Now, Rachel was beautiful and well favored. And Jacob loved Rachel, said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, your younger daughter. Now, I need y'all to understand something, and this is going to offend some of you. You done already done it, so this ain't about what you can fix. I want you to explain something. When a man wants something, he will work for it. I'm going to say this real again. I love you back, Jelly Sweets. When a man, not male, I said when a man, I didn't say male. Men are born male. What type of man they become is depending on the responsibility and the accountability that are. Notice that when a man goes to another man, he is already telling this other man what he wants and what he's willing to do to get that particular thing. What is happening is that men that are raised with feminine energy, raised by a certain type of women, is that these men are asking women what they bring to the table. A man, not a male, when he's addressing other men, other situations, he is first coming with his ability. What's up there, Melanie? Much love, shalom. He is going to come with the mindset of what can I give you in order to get what I want. A man that is willing to work for what he wants is more apt to keep what he has worked for. I'm going to say this again. A man that is willing to put in 7 whole years, that means 365 days per year. 7 is the number of completion. When a man is willing to go through the process of, now this is what I try to explain to women and men, gay, straight or bi, that wants to be with a man. You first of all, the reason why you can be in a relationship with a male for 40 years and never feel secure with that male is because he never worked for you. While he was in the process of going to her father. See, what happens is a lot of y'all dealing with men that would approach this situation. Go talk to your dad and tell your daddy you want to be with me. He don't want to work for you. He wants you to negotiate with your father about taking you. I want y'all to hear me real good. When a man puts you up for responsibility, when a man puts you, a male puts you up for responsibility, he is not trying to assume the responsibility or the accountability of your life. When you have to go out here and get the house, get the apartment, get this and get that, he is not accountable for any of that. And many of you are okay with that. And I'm talking to gay men too. You go get the house, apartment so you can lay down somewhere he can play man. I'm going to say it again. This is why when y'all get in arguments, it never goes well. Because a man that does not earn his keep cannot be valued by nobody. I'm going to say this again. I don't care if you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Palo, Mystic, Ajay, Christian, Atheist, gay, straight, rich, poor. It don't matter. The point is when Laman having 2 daughters, Jacob did not try to go another way. He did not try to fishtail his way out of responsibility. He went to the door. Anytime a man means you right, he will stand at the door. Many of you guys, and I done it myself, I done went through the window. Because I wasn't trying to take that responsibility. I was trying to get the goodies for free. In order to understand how serious a man is about you, you must allow him to come to the door and then name his price. And then willing to work to get what he wants. You can address this any kind of way. You can say you're young. The point is, the reason why you're in the situation and praying the type of prayers you're praying is simply because you never allowed him to work for what he wanted. And especially the women that are raising these men up. You're giving him things in life that he's not working for. And so therefore he has the mindset of entitlement. And now he thinks when he gets with a woman that it is also her duty to give him what he has need of. And that's when you hear the other men sitting in, and that's gay and straight and bi, talking about he won't let me or she won't let me do it. When you are not coming in the door with accountability. This is also when I watch men get younger men or women and then want them to function in life. No, if you were serious about life, then you would get somebody compatible with your age bracket. You understand? I'm going to say this again. When you serious about life, you would get somebody that is comfortable and in a place that can accommodate you. It is too many grown men and women out here getting children that have nothing to bring to the table because they ain't lived enough to bring anything to the table. And now you want to make like they have some kind of flaw or some deficiency in their life when you out here robbing the cradle. Huh? You out here licking the bottle. You out here licking the bowl. We gonna explain why we have to deal with certain things in our life, and energetically we have to pray certain prayer because we are not being accountable and we're not being responsible for the decision that we are making. Jacob did not address Laban for nothing. Then listen what it says. Verse 19, and Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. So this is why, what's up, Mary Bond? This is why it is important, sir and ma'am. I know you don't want to hear this, but it is important that you have men in your life because they're going to identify. Rachel did not have to figure out what type of man that Jacob was. Her father already knew what type of man this man was. It takes another man to identify the masculinity or the manhood in another man. Huh? You might be looking at his muscles. You might be looking at his package. You might be looking at how pretty his eyes is. But at the end of the day, your dad, your spiritual father, your brother or your cousin, they're looking at, can this Negro or can this man take care of you? And I don't care if you gay, straight, or bi. There are certain things that you need to be put on the table before you leave daddy's house. Before you leave your spiritual father's house, before you get out here trying to engage in life. And a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. You want to go out here and get you a man that you are attracted to with your eye, and you don't know what his provision game is like. You don't know what his protection game is like. You don't know what it is. See, in 7 years, this Laban is able to tell what Jacob is, what he's a hard worker or he do just enough. In 7 years, you're going to learn a whole lot about a man, about how he works. I'm going to say that again. There's certain things before Rachel ever married Jacob. There's certain things she already knew. And the reason why I say this, when you are involved after 40 years still not knowing if this man really love you like that, or this man really care for you like that, because you have never allowed him to work for you. You went out your way, whether you want to admit it, sir or ma'am. You went out your way to make sure that it was easy for him to come in. That you can get him from off the street. That you can get him from that man or that other woman. That was your only objective. And you made it so easy for him to be in relationship with you. And now, when it comes down to accountability, he doesn't know how to address it. But I go on. And it said, verse 20, and Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had for her. When a man is willing to work for you, 7 years is nothing to him. Taking care of you, giving you the things that you desire is nothing to him. That's when you find males complaining about stuff. That's a man that think he paid too much for what he got. When you hear the song from Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston say, ain't no way, that is a man that is in relationship with you that does not think you are worth him working and doing what he's doing for. That's why he's going to complain. Because he does not see his money being valued by what you are. Y'all ain't trying to hear me. I don't care if you're in a straight relationship. I don't care if you're in a bisexual relationship. I don't care if you're in a gay relationship. When you're dealing with a man and you're dealing with a masculine man and that man is operating, first of all, he worked his 7 years and he did not complain about them 7 years. When a man sees that you is worth it, you will not be wondering how he feels about you, because you will see in 7 years how he feel about it. He was willing to work for your father for 7 years. After working for them 7 years, then this is what Jacob said in verse 21. And Jacob said unto Laban, men talk to other men, and said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. In other words, I done worked for 7 years. Now I'm ready to beat her guts down. Okay? I done put my time in. I'm ready to screw her to heaven. I done put in my time. I have labored for you. I have did according to our contract. And now I am ready to nail her to the cross. Okay? Now, a man does not have to explain to another man why he doing what he doing. No, you wouldn't let him do that. You wouldn't let him go those extra miles because you were so scared of losing him. Baby, you already lost him because he's not going to work for you. Huh? I don't care if he's a Capricorn. I don't care if he's a Cancer. I don't care if he's a Pisces. I don't care if he's a Scorpio. I don't care if he's a Libra. I don't care what his zodiac sign. I don't care what his energy is. I don't care what his... A man will work for what he wants. And when he wants it, he is not going to complain about it because he values it at a certain level in his mind. That's all that matters. Now he wants to strew for what he's worked for. Now, verse 22, it says, and Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in that evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. Now, old switcheroo. Here is Jacob fulfilling his obligation as a man. Now he's thinking he's getting what he paid for. Laban decides to trick him. Because when men know you really want something, now you are easily to be ensnared. When you want to work, when you want something, sir, out of life, you got to pay attention. You don't let nobody get you drunk. You don't let nobody get you tipsy. This is why I don't smoke or drink unless it's for religious purposes. Because when I get ready to stick something, I want to know what I'm sticking. Laban got him good and toasted drunk. This is why Obatala, you cannot serve Obatala any liquor because of what he did when he got drunk. Men that are responsible want to be sober-minded. I didn't say men cannot go out there and enjoy themselves, but when it comes down to business and your labor and getting what you done work for, you need to be sober-minded. And that is not nothing that needs to come from your wife, don't need to come from your sister, don't need to come from your mother. That is something a man, real man, understand that if I am responsible and I am accountable, I need to be sober-minded. That ain't something you got to explain to him, ma'am, sir, if you with a man. Now he goes in, now he finds out later that morning he has impregnated Leah, the ugly girl. But because he is a man, he still assumes responsibility, number one, for what he laid down. He assumes responsibility for his lack of soberness. And not only did he father those kids, he kept Leah. But he still wanted Rachel. When a man was willing to work for what he wants, he will endure affliction. He didn't go to Leah and make her responsible for the deception of her father. He went back to Laban and said, I still want Rachel. Laban said, if you want Rachel, because in our customs, you must get the older daughter. See, when you don't know the customs of, when you're a man, you need to read the fine print. You need to know if that's what you want, what comes along with that. Because of the customs of that particular society, the oldest daughter must be married first. So he said, okay, but I still want Rachel. He said, if you want Rachel, you're going to have to work another 7 years. So in a total, 7 times 2 is 14. He went through completion all again. A man that is willing to go through whatever transformation for you. To all of y'all that likes to go out there and make it easy for him to bed down with you, that's why you don't understand what I'm talking about. And that's why you spend the rest of your life doing prayer work and doing conjure and doing mysticism and shamanism and all kind of conjure, trying to get this man to be something to you. And no matter what he does for you, you're never going to feel a sense of value because he never worked for you. Please, ma'am, hear you. This is how Ruth was passed to Boaz, by meeting with, yeah, exactly. Let me explain something to y'all. I don't care how thirsty you are. I don't care how it looks like there's a scarcity of men out there. There's not a scarcity of males out there. There's a scarcity of men out there. This man not only was deceived, now he's willing to work another 7 years. After he completes them 7 years, let me explain something to you about the character of Jacob. This is a man that was taught how to be deceived and to be deceitful because he deceived his own father. Men are going to make certain mistakes in life, but you ought to see the growth. You ought to see how he begins to handle situation and circumstance. And so at this particular point, now he decides to say, you know what? I'm going to work another 7 years because I am going to get what I came here for, and that is Rachel. He did not dismiss Leah. He still assumed responsibility. There's times you can have children out of wedlock. You can have children from other marriages, and you still assume responsibility. You can have different business. You have different adventures, and you still assume responsibility. This is what I be trying to tell women. Instead of listening at what a man is saying, the same thing I tell gay men or bisexual men, watch what that man do. Whatever he willing to work for, that's what he wants. So what he does, he goes back, he works for 7 years, and this is what I like about this concept of this idea about Jacob. He does not, once he receives Rachel, he still does not leave. Because a man is not going to leave without provision for his family. He has both sisters. He has both of Laman's daughters. And he wants provision. Now he begins to do his conscience. Now he begins to intercede. Now he begins to put on his ephod. Because now I need Jehovah Jireh to provide for me. Because I cannot take out these two women and my children without provision. So he makes another deal with Laman. See, men always make deals. They make contracts. A man that's a man's word needs to be his bond. Even when he's dealing with a liar. Even when he's dealing with a thief. Even when he's dealing with an underhanded individual. His mindset was, I still, no matter what their father has done, I still need to be able to provide for my house. So he said, what, all the spotted calf, all the spotted animals, they belong to me. All the ones that are plain, those belong to you. And he took this staff and he placed it in the water. He began to allow his gift to make room for him. A man at some juncture of his life will start operating his talent and his gifting. And in that gifting and talent, he will become a provider on a whole nother level. Because now he is going to allow the divine mother and the divine father to move and make manifestation for him. Mafedi Fun Oshun, Taurus in the house. This is why I try to explain certain things. When you, hold on, let me finish this. Here's Jacob. Now he's provided. Now he's ready to go. A man knows when he is ready to move forward. He is not going to take his house, his family, a leader. I don't care if it's an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Mystic, Ajay. What type of man he is has a lot to do with he will not move forward until he's able to provide for his own. Mama may have, daddy may have, but God bless the child that has his own. When you are watching a man that is willing to move into your house, move into your space, move into that you don't have a man, baby. You have a male. And what you're going to do, and I'm going to tell you why you're going to do it. I know why you're going to ignore what I'm saying. And you're going to spend the rest of your life doing prayer work and conjure on this man. A man that is willing to work and provide is also willing to protect. what he has provided for. I'm going to say that real slow. If you ever want to be in the security of a relationship with a man and you want to that practices conjure and mysticism, you need to understand, if he did not work for it, he's not going to fight for it. Mafedifun. Jacob did not leave without gathering provision for his house. I have been waiting so long to tell my testimony. Those candles you burn have been manifesting beautifully in my life already. Thank you, baby. Mafedifun Oshun. You quite welcome. I mean, and they were powerful candles. Like all of you that got your New Year's candles, let me tell you that the energy is off the roof. And it's only going to get better, especially y'all that rocking with me. Now, remember, water represents life. You need to watch and say, in the time that you're watching this man, because a lot of women are not patient. They have become hunters and they listening to all these other women. Go out there and get you a man, and now you don't have nobody that you're looking at. You ain't watched him operate in life enough for you to have certain levels of security. How you get security without him telling you is watching him. Watching how he deal with bills. Watching how he deals with legal matters. Watching how he deals with issues in family. If you sit back and watch him, how he responds to situations, it will tell you everything you know. But you're not waiting on that. You so busy trying to bring him in and bed him down and talking about what you had to offer that you ain't gave him opportunity to work for you. The real reason why you won't let it, because you didn't have the self-value. Because if you really thought you were worth it, you would let him work for you. A man will spend his money on what he deems valuable. A man will spend his time on what he deems valuable. A man will travel as far as the Sahara Desert if he feels it's valuable. Huh? The reason why some of you hate other women, because you want to pretend like you know your value. Gucci, Louis Vuitton don't make you valuable. You understanding to allow that man to work for you or hustle for you if we talking about the streets. Huh? Because if he's going to get out there and hustle and rest his freedom for you, that means he's going to also fight for you. A man that does not know how to deal with life and all of these questions, you should have already answered before you ever give him the poontang. Sir, before you ever go down and give him choke on his lizard, before you drain his balls, you should already know based off of how he's dealing with life. Do you got you a winner? Or if you got a winner, what type of winner you got? If you got a go-getter, what type of go-getter you got? If you got a provider, what type of... You should already know that based off how he handling business. Y'all ain't been on a date, he already asked you for gas money. No less than the baby need a new pair of shoes. He's already asking you, can he use your credit card? I told you guys that I was in an accident this weekend. I want to explain this to y'all. Because I want to talk to the males and I want to talk to the men. And I want y'all to understand something. It's going on whether you're an atheist. It's going on whether you are in voodoo, hoodoo. I watch this with spiritual women. They're constantly getting males that are not providers. And because they won't wait, because they so busy trying to be the man in their relationship, now you got to put him in the buck because he cannot buck them bills. Huh? Before you let him buck you, put you in the buck, let him buck them responsibilities. Okay? But I know you don't want to hear what I got to say. So after getting in the accident, so the man gets out the car. He was driving the car. It was a BMW, driving the BMW. So we began to conversate about what's going on. So I called the police, I'm being responsible for the situation that took place. So I called the police, and so it was all kind of stuff going on. I was in Lauderdale. We was almost by 95. At the red light, whole scenario, traffic still going, and so we ended up. He go back and forth. I guess he thought that somebody hit me, and that's how I hit him. So he tried to block the other car in. Whole time I'm thinking that this is his car. Whole time I'm thinking he's in the car by himself, right? Because how he's acting, right? So I'm trying to figure out. I'm listening at him, but I'm also trying to figure out why he's responding the way he's responding. He said, "You got insurance?" I said, "Yeah, I got insurance." Blah blah blah. It is what it is, right? So long story short, we get over there, and so he tells me, he said, well, this ain't really my car. All of a sudden, she gets out. This is what I want to talk to y'all. You will let a man drive your car, live in your house, but when real shit happens, he got to move to the side. I'm going to say it again. When stuff happens in life, he no longer can he play the man. You can impress your other girls, my man driving. No. Your male is driving your car. Because your man will have his own car. Because you're not going to put me out of your car because I'm in my own. You're not going to put me out of my house because it's my house. Because a man is going to provide stability. A man is going to provide stability. I'm going to say it again. A man is not going to allow you to put him in a position that you are snatching the rug from under his feet. So therefore, this is what happened. So I'm sitting there. Now I'm befuddled. Because the whole time you carrying on, the reason why you act like because this is that girl car. Now you can no longer talk to the officer because now she got to get her insurance. Now, instead of me having to deal with him, now I have to deal with her because she's the one that's really in charge. And this is what y'all go for. Huh? You will spread your legs to somebody that you are letting act like a man. And then the thing about it is when he got out of the car, his britches were down. I saw his drawers and all that. So you already know in my mind, this nigga can get stuck. Because why is it this, even in the streets, why aren't you paying attention to how this man is dealing in life and what he's willing to do and how he's willing to present himself? So he no longer can talk to the officers because he don't have no say so other than he was the driver. He is no different than your child and took your car. Your child cannot speak in your behalf because that child is not the owner of the car. And now you have a male sitting up under your steering wheel acting like a man. That's your fault. That is your fault, ma'am. Because if you had sat there and allowed that man to work for it, the Bible said a man that don't work don't eat. But you, ma'am, you as his mother, you as his sister, you as his friend, you will feed that mother sucker. And this is what gets me in the process. Whether you an E5, Voodoo, Santeria, it is those type of women that make those type of men feel like they're on the same level as the men that out here working. I don't care if that man gay, straight, or bi, that is irrelevant to Apostle Ely. You are the one that feeds him when he should be hungry. Because in that accountability, if you're tired of being hungry, you're tired of being put out, then you are going to assume responsibility and get what you need. You would stop not getting a job. You would stop talking about the white man this and the white man that. You would do what you got to do, sir and ma'am. You as a man out here taking care of a man and then you let him ride you. No, I'm going to ride you. No, you're not riding me. I told you this ain't going to be easy. I want y'all to understand. You will be able to identify him very easily. All of y'all that claim a good man is hard to find is because you're doing it the wrong way. You won't let him work for it. A man that wants in, he is going to show you what he has the capability of doing and securing the bag. Now this man is walking around here because you keep feeding him when he won't work. And then he have the nerve to cheat on you. Because now he full and ain't got nothing to do but a hard dick. I got to go here. I got to go here. You wonder why he's cheating on you? Because you have made it easy for him to cheat on you. You have given him the food, the shelter, and the space. And then you got the nerve to let him drop you off to work. The cycle, now you want to burn candles. Now you want to do conjure. Now you want to pray and bring him before the altar and take him to Jesus. Baby, everything about how you did the energy, you started off wrong, you're going to end it up wrong. And instead of you letting this man work for it, put it on the altar, At least you get, sir, ma'am, at least you get some working dick. He might not be the best looking. He might not be the finest. He might not be the most intelligent. He might not be a lot of things, but one thing he is, he's a working piece of dick. Sir, at least your top or bottom or verse is a working piece of dick. Huh? He can bring groceries. He can pay bills. He can stand up to the insurance people. He got an AAA card. He has something to offer because he's not afraid to work for what he wants. You want sister good pussy, but you can't even afford for me to dish my pussy. If you're a man, he can't even afford to buy the fleet to clean your ass. Psychologically, we don't see where we need help. Psychologically, we don't understand why we need to start allowing these men to start fathering these men, to start challenging these men so they can do better, because they're not going to listen to you. Because you have already dropped your standard. Only another man can make another man want to do better. And I don't care if he's gay, straight, or bi. Only another masculine man can come along on the scene and make another man look at himself and say, I need to do better. But you won't do it because you think you can raise y'all wonder why y'all dealing with the type of men y'all dealing with? Because it's too many women involved in a man's life. And every time that father tries to make that son accountable, you intervene. If you love the next woman, stop intervening in how your husband or your brother or your uncle is trying to make your son accountable for his action. A man that is walking in accountability and responsibility, you got something. Every time that man tries to make that man accountable for his word being his bond, you come in and tell him it's okay. Or you pay it. When I try to express my concern to certain people about getting in a relationship, if something happens to you, this man has already shown you he's not going to work for you. That means you're going to fall. That means that you can never have any peace or you will always worry because you know you got to get up and go to work because this man is not going to work for you. That is not a blessed relationship. Let me talk to the other side of this situation. You can go out there and cheat on your working dick because Leroy over there, he finer than your man. His tongue longer than your man. His dick longer than your man. But Leroy ain't fit to work for your ass. Leroy ain't fit to clock in 1 day, 1 hour for your ass. So you ain't that fine. He want some pussy or some ass that somebody else working for. He don't want to stand up for what he want. He don't want what he want. And you so silly. Because after he get through sticking you, when real life hits you, my fetty fun, Madriagua, I should say my fetty fun, you hear me, y'all? This is what happens. And so now you got to pray these unconventional prayer because you are willing. Because somehow somebody look. How somebody's shape to give up what somebody willing to work for you. How you gonna try to make your man feel bad when that Negro won't work for you? No man wants a woman who cheats for real. Nuh-uh. Not what I work for. Huh? Stop listening to people that are in relationship with males and not in relationship with men. And there's some men you can't let, some males you can't let teach your son how to be a man or be an example because they themselves they're letting their woman run all over them. The reason why I have the manhood in me because of the men that were in my life. The men that held me accountable. The men that made me responsible. The men that chin checked me. A lot of y'all will not allow, spiritually or naturally, allow these males to be chin checked. And then when you end up having babies with males that don't know how to be men, that is not their fault. That's your mama fault. That's your auntie fault. That's your cousin fault that would not allow the men in the life to check it. Bro, what you doing? I chin check my own sons and I let them know what's not acceptable, whether they like it or not. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be a problem for a woman if you don't know how to deal with life. If you don't know how to communicate, when you don't know how to own up to your mistakes, when you don't know how to say, I'm sorry. When you don't know how to deal with your own insecurities around other men, you're going to become a problem not only for your wife, but other people around you. Because now you're going to pull bitch moves. Hello, somebody. When I'm trying to discuss certain things with you, instead of you putting your son up so he can hear instead of your husband, no, you trying to keep him away. But you ain't doing nothing but hurting you, baby. Because until he realizes that he's responsible and he's accountable and that he should be willing to work for what he wants and that he should be willing to make certain sacrifices, that's why he won't be out here messing with other people's stuff. She said, I can stop burning these candles after this message. I'm trying to tell y'all. Because the average woman don't want the man that wants her. Because the man that wants you gonna work for you. If you want real peace of mind, and then when God or divine mother send that man that is going to work for you, the first thing you're going to do is start judging him. But you're going to start judging him by a man that don't want to work. Mafedi Foon, water represents life. How can he deal with life without responsibility and accountability? He is born a male, and what type of man he becomes has a lot to do with the levels of responsibility and accountability. Men make other men accountable. Lions make other lions accountable. Tigers make other tigers accountable. Why that don't register in the black woman's mind, I don't understand it. The reason why your son is performing at such a low level because you won't let the males make him accountable for the tomfoolery. In my background, they will whoop your ass. That's why I don't owe my uncles no money. Whatever business, that's why I pay my cousin them back. We were held accountable in my family. I don't care how horse you are. I don't care if you like pussy, dick. I don't care if you gay. You gon' do you. You's a man. You pay back. You start up. Me and my cousin was having breakfast together, and we both were trying to pay for the meal. You know why? Because that's how we were taught. Not your man. Your man, when the bill comes, he started looking around. Now you got to slide, because your friend, and now you got to slide him some money up on the table. That's you the reason why we have to contend with this BS out here. Huh? He too busy trying to look good and present himself in the streets like he got it going on instead of getting out there and get some real money. Instead of you out here trying to get hoes, you need to be out here trying to get you a job. You need to be trying to start you a business and stick with that business until you are ready to be able to bring something off the lot. Until you're ready to be able to legally be able to get your a lease. Natasha said most black women have been raised to think that it's okay. And I do understand that. But when we talk about systematic system, that means people invested money, time, energy, and created programs to Bring your male counterparts. They put his father in prison over some bogus charges where you had to raise that child by yourself. They put systems out there in order for you to get help. You had to get rid of your man. This stuff been going on and I don't know why we don't understand that we have been weaponized again. And so therefore you got males out there that don't know how to defend themselves, and they also don't know how to stand up for you. This is why when you go out and dating, now you the one got the credit cards and he don't have any. That's why he talking about how you got it going on. This is why he could call you morning, noon, and night, because he don't have a job. But you call that he's being attentive. No, I need to be able to talk to you on your lunch break. I need to be able to meet you after you get off from work. I need to be able to bring you a lunch on your job. I need to be able to Uber you something. I need to be able to prepare you a bag or a lunch pail and send you off to work. I don't need you talking to me unless you got a job that you can be on the phone and still do your job. But I need you to be on somebody's payroll. Huh? Before you get pussy, you must have payroll. Before you get ass, you must have annual salary. Then you buy my Better Business candle. Then you buy my Bayberry candle. Then you buy my Sweet Dilly candle. Then we talking. Huh? I can't make love unto you until I love myself. And I can't love myself if I can't provide for myself. As pretty as Natasha is, and then she done sat there and then brought up another beautiful young lady into this world. Listen, I got to tell them what to look for. I don't care if he got Coca-Cola glass bottle, baby. If he a provider, he ain't got to never be fine. Them bills is fine. You's fine. Huh? You're not gonna be worried about certain things, huh? When she over there with Lone Dick Willie over there, but she got to foot all them bills, baby. I promise you, she gonna try to make it look good, and she gonna try to make it look like she happy, but she ain't happy. She not happy. Huh? Baby, I don't care if his dick is soft as mashed potatoes. He pay bills. Sir, I don't care if he don't got damn muscle nowhere. Huh? He muscle them bills. Congratulations, Natasha. Wait a minute. What the get laid when these bills get paid? I know that's right. Huh? Before you eat me out, you got to put some groceries in this house. Huh? And I guarantee you, when the quality of men you start allowing these men to be challenged by other men, they need to feel intimidated so they'll do better. They need to be challenged so they'll do better. But that ain't what you do. You tell him it's all right instead of letting him feel that and embracing that feeling so he can turn around and do better next year. That he can turn around and seek for a better job next year. That he can sit around and say, you know what, I'm going to enlarge my business. I'm going to reinvest in he has to have those feelings so he'll get stronger. No, what you do is you play them pussy ass games with that man's mind and make him feel like it's okay as his mother, okay as his sister, okay as his wife. And now all of a sudden, now he's not getting what God got for him. Now he's sitting there. Now he's taking back. Now he's getting offended with that man. That he should have been embracing that man and doing better. So when Jacob, after everything he did and after he got provision, he still faced his responsibility of what he did with Esau. Everything that he did to Esau, he sent provision because other men respond to providers and protectors. Apostle, do you think we can ever have it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I fully believe that. You know why I believe that? Because I believe in myself. But I talked about earlier about roles. If you are not allowing the men to play the roles that they need to play in your sons and daughters' life, then how can they get the proper thing? That's why my sister always ended up with certain sharks in her life. Certain types of men, because of the standard of men that was around her. Other men are going to try to meet the standard that they see that's around you. When you don't allow, it don't matter what the mother is doing for the daughter. It matters what the father is doing for the daughter. It doesn't matter how the mother is in his life. It's a matter of what type of father figure that's in his life. Because that's how that other man is going to know by what standard how to handle that situation. Because that's why Jacob knew to come in a certain type of way to Laban. Because he didn't address the daughters. He had to address the fathers. When you put a man at the door, he going to handle you. You will get more out of other men by dealing with me than you will get out of dealing with that man straight on. But you won't let that man become smart by other men. You won't let that man become educated. You think about undermining him and making his voice weak in the home. You don't realize that you're going to need your man to have a voice in the community. And he's going to have to be confident to stand up, whether it's legal matters or whether it is cultural matters or whether it's it can be political, whatever it is. But he needs to be confident. And so therefore, he cannot come from a house where he's constantly being undermined. He cannot be raised where his father's voice means nothing. That the sweat of his brow is not valued. We do our own selves injustice and then we try to use root work and conjure and mysticism and Kabbalah and all these other things. At the end of the day, that's why a lot of these women, you won't let your man come to the door. Because you shame. So how do I handle this as a woman with no father, uncle, or brother, etc.? I do have a pastor. But let me say this. A lot of this I'm talking and a lot of this I'm sharing is what I'm constantly seeing. And I'm telling you, it starts from home. When you are already out there, there's a certain, let me tell you something, when you have not had that in your life, it's going to be hard. Even though I may be a role model in your life to be something of that nature, it's hard for a woman to trust a man when she has never seen that man handle life. This is why when I tell you guys, some of you guys about the conjure that I do, you don't have it's not that I did anything for you, but I'm a man and you have never seen a man be responsible for a life. And so therefore, as a conjurer, as a mystic, or as an adjay, or as a polaro, whatever it is, it's hard for you to sit back and have comfort and thinking that I'm going to be able to bring you your products or deliver you your services because you have never seen that. And let me say this also, Melanie, I would also say that sometimes even male pastors are not good example because they themselves have never held down a job. They have always had their flock taking care of them. So that's still not a good example of being provided for because somebody else is pouring into him to make him look a certain type of way. I am talking about men that are getting out here and working. It is going to be a better understanding of how to deal and interact with those men. You said it honestly, and I was just about to ask that question. Yeah. It is to ask women, gay, straight, or bi, to trust men in this age is asking too much. And I'm saying that as a man. Because there's too many men not willing to take up the responsibility of their spirituality, accountability. There's too many men out here. That dude, after a few minutes, that girl was texting me about my insurance. He was out of it. And that's what most women, it don't matter what level of society you living on, whether you are big balling in Beverly Hills or whether you, the point is that you are, because you don't understand the importance of that man, that male being challenged from a little boy. That's this whole story about Simba. His daddy kept stepping in, showing him what it means to be a king, showing him when he was being irresponsible. And then when his daddy passed, then the monkey stepped in. It don't matter what type of Simba began first with his father. Then he got challenged by Scar, but he was taught by that monkey. Come on here, somebody, huh? Sometimes you need a male monkey in your life so you can deal with the tomfoolery in the life, huh? When people want to monkey around with you, you need that male monkey to show you what's going on, huh? That male monkey made Simba run after him and chase him so he could find out who he was. And he said, you looking for your father right there. And he took him to the water. And when Simba looked into the water, he saw the reflection of his father. Come on here, somebody, huh? When we talking about the water element, why it's so important? Because at some point, these males need to look at some of us males and see their reflection. And realize it's on the inside of them. Are you hearing me? And he hit Simba on top of his head. Like my spiritual dad told me, hey son, your head is not used for a coat rack, it's used for thinking. Sometimes males have to whack, bam. My dad visited me during my sleep and I felt some type of way because he wasn't there. I always thought his money was it, his death hurt, and my blood had been poor. Let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of misguided men out there. And I'm telling you why they're misguided. Because they're not living by the standard, by the divine mother and the divine father that was created for melanated men. They're constantly trying to live by a standard created by European men. And European men, what y'all don't understand about European men versus melanated black men. European men, their manhood is never tested and challenged. He can twist all he wants. He can have a butt plug in. He can deal dildos. She'll sit there and help him suck on another man, and his manhood is never questioned. They have a very distinct society, how he comes up as a man. Because he can do all of those things and still be noted as a man. He can twist from one end of this hemisphere to the other, and his man. You don't understand. Your melanated son has a whole different type of structure by which he's being judged by as a man. And so therefore, what you deem to be respected as a Caucasian man, because some of y'all ain't never been around Latino women. Latino women give their men their money. When you go to the grocery store, go to a Spanish store and watch a couple. Watch a couple, a man, I don't care how many kids are there. Watch that man, he won't pay him. She don't pay. Only way if that man is there, if it's just women there, they'll pay. But if it's just men, if it's a man there, that man paying. I can't help you if we can't be honest. I can't help you come into your power, certain man, and incense and conjure and all that if you won't support certain things. To be honest and be able to teach people why you are constantly running across. No matter whether you go to college, you're going to end up with a Caucasian or some type of a foreign man, because black men are not driven. And it's not because they don't want anything else. They don't know how to go get it. All they know how to do is sit around and talk about people. And you know where they learn that from? Home. All they learn how to be is a good hater. Not a congratulator, not a go-getter. And so therefore, that man is going to challenge. What do you do? I remember telling my son, I said, if I catch you having sex in my house where I pay bills and you ain't called me to come get some, it's going to be a problem. I ain't tell you not to have sex. I told you to be accountable for your sex. Because if you wanna bed down and skeet all over the place, you skeet on your sheet. Huh? I skeet on my sheets where I pay. Huh? That 800 thread count, that 1,000 thread count, that's where my nut belong. Not yours. You ain't pay for that. You don't get mad with me for how I set myself up to have my kind of fun. I make my kids accountable. Not only for their actions, I make them accountable for their words, and I make them accountable for their decision. And that's not a bad thing, ma'am. That's a good thing. Because when he starts being accountable without you trying to urge him, then you got yourself something, ma'am. You got your something, sir. And I'm done. Because as long as we keep telling these lies and we keep trying to hide behind Jesus and Yahshua and Yah and all this other stuff and unks and all this other, I know it was going to be something. I love you. I love this about you. You remind me of my dad. Come on here. I know that's right, Renee. And let me tell y'all something. If you want change, And I'm talking to everybody that if you want a healthy relationship, if he gonna work for it, respect his work. If he gonna sweat for it, respect his sweat. That's your job as a woman. That's your job, even if you're in a gay relationship. That show him honor for his labor. See, CC said, "My God, men learn and act based on what they are taught." Good word, Pastor. Not driven by thank you, sweetheart. Let me tell y'all something. The average man cannot sit through my teaching because it's gonna challenge him, and he has been taught by his family or the women around him that, oh, you made a mistake, it's okay. It's not okay. You made a mistake, correct it, and move forward, and don't make that mistake again. Being accountable. When you see men constantly, I watched that video, I posted it on my wall. When the judge, after this young man had been given opportunity before to get it right, when the judge said, no, we're not going there, and she wanted to hold him accountable, he got enraged. How many of your relationships end because he's being held accountable and held to responsibility? And the reason why a lot of you guys go on in those relationships, because you know not to hold him accountable or he's going to leave. And that certain man means that you don't have nothing. That means to me that you already know that you don't have self-worth and self-value. That means that I already know from the word go that you understand what I'm talking about. Because the idea that you cannot hold him accountable because you know that he's going to kick bricks. I told a young lady, I said, you don't have, and I said, this ain't about spirituality. So I told her, because I do math. I said, this man could spend $200 more and get a 4-bedroom house, but don't want that. Would rather stay in a 1-bedroom for $700. It says everything. Right now, if you want to do better, he's going to be a problem to your life. I don't care if you gay. Right now, if you don't make him work for it, people that work for it, he didn't even see it as work. It's like when you tell somebody that got it for you and will it work for it, the refrigerator, he gonna make a way. You ain't got to keep talking about that. Instead of you as a woman so busy thinking that your man is going to be threatened by other men and other lions and other bears out there, instead of you letting your son be challenged by those men and stop telling him it's okay. It's not okay. Not when we can look out here and see the type of men that these people have to pick from. The pickings are pitiful. When you can look at a man like me and I look like an anomaly, when you can look at a man like me and say, "Oh my God, I would be considered luxury." When God got plenty males down here that could be challenged by men like me and to become a better quality of man, you'll have better relationships. You'll have better brothers, better sons, better husbands, better lovers, better side pieces, better. But you don't want that because you think by allowing that man to skip his responsibility, his accountability, that keep you in power. At what cost? Now your beautiful daughter, your beautiful son got to deal with all this bullshit. It don't matter if they got a degree or not. They got to deal with bullshit. Don't matter if they go to college or not. Don't matter if they leave and go off and different. They still got to deal. Because the majority of these men out here ain't got nothing to do with accountability. Huh? He think his looks excuse him for accountability and responsibility. He think his long dick excusing him for accountability and responsibility. He think his long tongue I'm telling you what I'm trying to tell you truth. So now you got to you should be able to, no matter what that man look like or what he be like, you still to be able to get you a decent man if you allow these men to work for what they want. You ain't had good dick until all the bills been paid out of his account. I don't care if it's soft like mashed potato, he got to smush it in. It's still good dick. Because broke dick ain't good dick. I don't care how long it is. I don't care how thick the girth is. Don't come telling me about that. If that dick can't provide for his own, it's unworthy dick. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to encourage you. I'm tired of you hurting. I'm tired of you coming to me with all these sad stories. And when I try to tell y'all certain things, it's better to be by yourself for a season until somebody willing to step up. You don't have to lower your standard. They are not going to run a sale on a Mercedes-Benz because you can't afford it. Because if you want it bad enough, you'll work for it. I am a widow and I'm still single, and it's easy to get. Thank you. When you got a man, if you have ever had a man, whether that's a father, whether it's a brother or husband, that don't work for you, it should be hard for you to let that go. It's how you gonna leave a man that willing to get out here and work 14 years from you, and then turn around and let somebody come in there with a piece of job and no insurance and talking about, well, he gonna beat your back down? No, you gonna beat this dough down. That's what you gonna beat down. And you gonna work for what you want. No, what you let him do make you feel like you got your standards too high. Oh, you ain't gonna have no man. Oh, you know what you won't have. You have a man if you hold yourself together. But what you will get is a male. I tell them, you can't get the ass I can get, cause I work for mine. Huh? The stuff that I talk, you ain't, cause I will work for mine. I will make you give me what I want, cause I'm gonna work for you. I'm gonna make you want to give it to me. I'm gonna grind for mine. You understand? And I learned that from other men. All that y'all sitting there like, oh well, give him a chance. Give him a chance out there. Give him a chance to go out here in life and see how he swim. Then you will know if he worthy to be a lifeguard. How he gonna go out here in this thing called life and not, this is a Saturday, this is structure, this is stuff that I be trying to tell y'all. Let these men be challenged by other men. I don't care if you got blonde hair, sir, in your head. I don't care if you got rainbow bright in your head. I'm gonna hold your ass accountable. I don't care if you got out of jail, been in jail, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I got uncles them that got out of prison and done lapped these men. I have uncles that have spent 25 years in prison and have come out here because they're willing to work for what they want and done lapped and out just, baby, when a man willing to work, when a man willing to be challenged, oh my God, on today. If you're at some point, ma'am, having a conversation with a man that you would have with your child when he's 12 or 13 years old, that's on you. And then you turn around and got the nerve to put that good ass in the air. Sir, if you gonna sit there and argue with a man over a phone bill, a light bill, and then turn around and gap your legs to him or put your ass in the air, and then you want me that willing to work for what I want? You want me to take what off of you? Hold on, I gotta take my. You want me to, huh? You want me to do? You want me to do what? You want me to accept what? Burn a candle for who? Burn incense for who? Okay. And you keep burning incense and he won't do nothing. He keeps seeing you light candle, he won't do nothing. And then you gonna suck his, and you gonna lick his. And then you got nerve to be out here bragging about you licking in front, you eating it from the back for him. And he won't work for you? It take another man to make another man shame of his performance. Let us do our job. Let us do our job. Because if he want to do better, it's going to be because another man provoked him to do better. It won't be because of you. And I don't care if he gay, straight, or bi. That's what it's going to take. It takes another man to provoke another man to do better. Keep on out here thinking you can raise him. Okay, Michelle, I told y'all ass. They got to make all kind of songs out there. They done did their job, but you won't listen, especially black women. Now you got to spend the rest of your life trying to make this man look like a man in front of your mama, your other daddy, your brothers. They all know that you running everything, and they know why you stressing in the hospital, because he won't keep a job. They know. And you mad with them because they upset with how he performing. Because you done spent your whole energy, your arche, trying to make him look like he doing something for you. And they know where it's coming from. And he ain't even ashamed. He got nerve want to cuss your mama out. He want to jump on your mama because she tired of helping y'all pay bills. It ain't nothing wrong with being in a situation, circumstance with family help out, but there's a certain level where that man should have something about him that you ain't got to tell him he going to do better. Every cycle in his life, he's trying to strive to do better. And that's something, man, you can watch in him. That's something he's going to do. That ain't something you got to make him do. That ain't something you got to make him do. That's something it's got to be in him. So I need to call. He said, so I need to call his cousin or his uncles. If they men, them the only one can get to him. Because men like that are gonna, with men like me, he gonna find fault in me. Men that don't want to do better, they're gonna find fault in other men. A man that don't want to hear the truth will be like that man that jumped over that thing at that judge because she held him accountable. And if a man can't be held accountable by another man, he damn sure don't want to be held accountable by a woman. You ain't got nothing, man, but a male. And I don't care how much root work you do. I don't care how much conjure work you do. How much you take into church. You so sad. You sitting up there on Easter. You done bought the suit, the shoes, the drawers, the socks. You probably even had to help him get dressed and do his own tie. But that's what you call a man. Now y'all dressed alike because you picked out y'all outfits. Girl, bye. Sir, that's not your top. That's your bottom posing as a top. So, sir, that's not your man. That's not your masculine man. Huh? Go play them games with somebody. I need a cash app, y'all. That's what I need on tonight. If I didn't tell the truth tonight, on Saturday, on today, I need to be blessed. I need somebody. And especially I want to be blessed by a male. I want you to cash app this male. For the truth. For the real. Huh? Some of y'all wouldn't even know what it feel like to be beat down in your back by a man that pay bills. To be licked by somebody that got insurance. To have somebody play with your nipples that got a 401k. Somebody to sit there and play with that little man in the boat. They got a savings account. They got surety bonds. Oh my God, on today. Got a retirement plan. 2 checks coming in. And he eating your groceries. Oh. You won't let him work for it. You won't let me help you get a peace of mind. God's elect is. I'm so serious. Hold on, Pastor. I don't have much, but I'm going to answer the call because I believe in you and this word. Huh? That man sitting in there went and bought groceries and done filled your cabinets, done bought plates, and now he down there eating your groceries. All you can do is look to the Lord from whence cometh your help. Huh? He done paid the car note and the insurance and put gas in your car and gave you money for the kids. Oh. You suck him for everything he is worth. Huh? He is worth his weight in gold. You drain that lizard. You shrivel it up like it is being fried like bacon. Huh? reward. Huh? You should be sitting there while he at work, got your leg, you them leg, y'all, you should be had that Yanni in there and working them thighs and making that muscle tight because he done went out there and did a two shifts back to back. Back to back, he been working all 2 shifts. You should be in there talking to you could be dealing with the kids and everything, but you in there working them inner thighs and you letting the Lord use downstairs. So when he comes home and you have his bad water and he resolve and you get in there and you put that muscle on that lizard. Huh? You encourage him that he is not working in vain. Is my working in vain? Is my clocking in vain? You be riding him and let him know, of course not. It's not all in vain. 'Cause up the road is retirement. Oh, she said, what's my cash out? It's Monique, post my cash. It's $ Apostle Ely 1. They be like, what? Just like you go out to that job and bring his lunch, you go out that job, bring him some lunch and give him some head. You go out there in that work truck where he is making that money and you give him some loving, huh? Let him know. You ain't got to worry about nobody getting this because you work for this, huh? You work for this, huh? And this belongs to you, huh? Which chick you want it from? My I love y'all. Listen here. I'm so serious. I'm very serious. I'm just trying to figure out different ways of talking about it, saying it. But at the end of the day, it's what it is, and that's how he gonna get his respect. And you as a woman or in a relationship, you honor the sweat and labor of your partner. It's just the real truth. Ain't it? A man that working that hard for you, you shame? Nuh-uh. What you need to be asking, do you want this? Just like you ask somebody, do you want this with mayonnaise or mustard or without? You should, when you call him up, say, do you want this with draws or without draws? That's all I need to know. Do you need me to come with draws or without draws? Because I got you. Because you work for this. Huh? Do you want throat? Do you want jaws? What part of this you want? Huh? You want nasal? You want me to use my head voice? What you want? Because you working for this. But some of y'all giving all of that, and that man ain't even working for you. I don't understand that. I don't know. I ain't trying to pimp you or nothing. Me and Mother Susan, I'm the pimp, Mother Susan the madam. We ain't trying to pimp you or nothing. But I don't understand it. He got your pussy on auction. $1, $1, $1, $1, $2, $2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why you got me out here like I'm being auctioned? A man that willing to work ain't gonna let you treat him any kind of way. It just ain't gonna happen. Look, Cheesecake Fest said, I'm over here crying because I was singing that during mission quite a few times. All right there, come on here. Yeah, I hear auction off this woman's pussy for $1. $1 meal, $1 meal. All right. I know y'all is not finna leave me out here. Somebody did send me a cash app. They said they're not finna let this man, after serving. I got Karen O'Brien. I got you for Ancestor. I told y'all I got 2 days sleeping in front of my Orishas. This is what it is. Some of y'all talking about y'all heard from the Lord, and now you ain't doing nothing but talking nothing but bullshit. How you been with the Lord and nothing coming out your mouth but a bunch of lies? And health. Wait, hold on, mama. Can't convince him of his spirituality? Because he crazy. Bo sent me an offering for the truth. Thank you, Bo, my Boaz. Thank you, Natasha's in. And Aquarius. I got you, babe. Let me write it down. I love it. 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 I got love for reversal. Reversal for my love, my Taurus, and ancestor. Oh, you going for it? You going for it? The 7th chakra? All right there. Now I done been in front of my Orisha for 2 days. Here it come. Literally. 7th chakra. I done told y'all. A man, you ain't gonna never tell him about getting prepared. Because he gonna do what he got to do. And you gonna get the benefits off of him doing what he's supposed to do. And that's just real talk. I try to encourage, but at the end of the day, the line must stop. When a man think he paid too much for what he's got, I need y'all to really think about that. The reason why you are buying service and from stuff. I got you. I'm finna set it on fire right now. Let me tell y'all something. When it comes down to this thing called spirituality, sometimes I get frustrated with some of y'all. Apostle Ely, you got to put 1 behind my name. The $ Apostle Ely and the number 1. That's how it is. That's my Cash App. $ Apostle Ely, the number 1 behind Ely. Number 1 Rod. I got my Natasha. I know this might be a hard pill to swallow, but you swallow everything else. Why not swallow something that's going to make a difference in your life? And that ain't for you to go home and start no issue with your man. But my point is that if he not willing to be challenged by other men, that means he don't want better. And that means he's not willing to work. And so it is what it is. So stop bitching. And be woman enough or man enough to say, hey, this is my choice. And either you stay in that boat of that relationship or you make a decision to exit. Thank you so much, Melody. I appreciate you so much. Y'all, I appreciate that. I be serving. If we want, and like I said, that's not got nothing to do with nobody else. If we want better quality of men out there, and that's in business and in relationships, that's in spiritual conjugal, then we have to start accepting certain levels of responsibility that you're not allowing these men to be challenged by men that are worthy. And worthy men don't have to be perfect. They just need to be worthy. They handle their business. And that's why a lot of them don't know how to respond to other men. And they cower down, start talking about the man like a bitch. The man that you laying down with, letting stick you, talking about another grown man like a bitch because he can't man up to that man. Oh, man. That's just, What you need to do, next time he start bitching, if you in a relationship, you're a female, you in a relationship with a man and he's bitching and acting like a woman, what you need to do is go down to the sex store and buy you a big old dildo. And the next time y'all have a conversation, and he start that bitch stuff, don't argue with him, put that dick on the table. Because you tell him this is what you want. Because if this ain't what you want, you'll stop bitching. Because you acting like a pussy, you gonna get fucked like one. And that's from the pastor, the chief apostle. All right. Sometimes you got to make some statements that he'll never forget. Because then if he feel tried, he won't do that no more. Because if my woman going to get in a dildo, because that's what she think about me, that means I need to start behaving differently. Huh? If you got a man that got a bad attitude, he acting like an asshole, go buy you a plastic asshole, and when he start acting crazy, you start licking the asshole. So you want me to eat your shit? You want me to take your shit? Give him a visual so he can see how he acting and how he look. So you want me to kiss your ass, right? You don't want to be accountable. You just want me to kiss your ass, huh? So you let me go. Since you want me to kiss your ass, can I stick my tongue in there? Since you want me to kiss your ass because you don't want to be a man, can I stick my tongue in your ass? He'll stop. Or he might. No, the one you got probably bend over and let you go ahead and do it. And you scared to say that to him because you're scared he might. You don't want the truth. I get it. Natasha, darling, where you at? Where you at, sweetie? It's Friday. It's Saturday. It's all about structure. I told you. Saturn energy is the taskmaster. That's my destiny star. All right, there you go. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which in the dark bring into the light of my eyes concerning Natasha, false to the Aquarius. That which in the dark bring into the light of my eyes concerning Natasha Foster. What is it that this Aquarius needs to focus on? What is it that this Aquarius needs to focus on? I hope they share this. I hope they comment up on this video. And it's really to help. But it ain't nothing but the truth. Oh, hold on. Let me look at CC. CC said, where my monies? Yeah, I got it. And I got Sean. I got you for reversal. Hold on. Let me put for Sean. Reversal. For reversal. But I did get a C. She said, for blessing for the blessing. I love it. Chantel, I got your reversal. I just got it. All I be trying to tell people, if you're going to work that hard for you, then make somebody accountable for your investment in yourself. Don't just be doing, like, I can't make you do nothing, but I'm just like, just open your understanding where I'm coming from. I got it, Chantel. I just did it for you. Just did it for you. Okay, what's up, my Aquarius? Ibasa. My Aquarius. Your focal point is on healing for my Aquarius on the day of Saturn Day. The actions. Mem He Shin. It said the power of this name brings the energy of healing at the deepest and most profound levels of my being. Because I can now accept full responsibility of my present condition, and because I have used my energy to concentrate on others who are also in need of healing. I like this card coming for Aquarius. Now, let me tell y'all, Aquarius healing powers are very different from Sagittarius. When Aquarius is being healed, they're healed by the truth and reality. When, to me, the true statement for an Aquarius to get healed is the truth just set you free. When you see an Aquarius or that Aquarius placement talking about facts, it's really saying truth. And truth sets an Aquarius free. Truth also heals an Aquarius, whether that's mentally, emotionally, or physically. And this card right here talking about there's a level of truth and a certain level of reality that is the focus right now. And that's what's bringing healing to this particular Aquarius. And so then your middle card, that anointing is flowing through me. Revealing the dark side for Aquarius. It says, Yachet Va. It said, light shines. I recognize the negative forces still active within me. My reactive impulses are no longer a mystery. And with the power of this name, they become history. This card right here, Aquarius, is talking about being able to identify the dark aspects of Aquarian energy, which really sits not only in Saturn for is being a hard taskmaster, basically being labeled as difficult, but also being Uranus. Uranus is a planet that represents electrical energy, but it also represents things happening very suddenly. So even there's times that you do take your time to do something, but then there's times that you move very suddenly. Not only does change come in your life very suddenly, but also you can bring change in other people's life very suddenly. This is Psalm 27 for you in this middle card. And then look at this card, falling for Aquarius, heaven on earth. Once these stages take place, Aquarius, you're going to have heaven on earth. The manna from heaven, you shall eat daily bread. Okay, Yud Zayin Lamed. It said, I ignite the light of the Messiah within myself. Your inner kingdom, your microcosm of the universe is being illuminated. It says, and within others and throughout the planet. The concept of heaven on earth becomes conceivable and achievable. Basically saying that not only you are going to be able to see the God or goddess in yourself, you're going to be able to see it in other people. And this is also going to affect your daughter in a very positive way in 2024, because this energy and this enlightenment, this level of truth, not only affecting you, but it's also affecting her as well. And so this is going to cause her to excel a lot quicker and a lot younger, which is a good thing. All righty then. Okay, I want my blessings. Bump. TD Jakes. CC, that was a good one. That was a good one. Did I get everybody? I want to make sure I got everybody. I think I got everybody. Guys and girls, Ache, thank you, Spirit, and thank you, Apostle. Thank you. And once again, thank you guys for rocking with me. I hope that it was worth the 2 days that I was not online, that I came back here fresh and revived. I took a spiritual bath before I even came on again, just to get my energy together. And like I said, I really want to see change, and the only way we're going to get change is dealing with the truth. And no matter hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, if we not addressing certain issues and coming up with solutions, it's gonna be. I don't know what y'all picking from, cause in the fruit grove it's called the fruit is raggedy. When the fruit ain't good, it ain't good, and so we want better trees with fruit. Readings are only $20. Yeah. You got to post your zodiac sign and then $20 cash out. But I'll be on tomorrow, even in service, because I got a lot of stuff I got to get done. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all to the heart, to each and every one of you guys that comment and support my website and just rocking with Apostle Ela. Thank you so very much. And just it's gonna get better, because I'm going to do what I got to do before I leave this planet. I'm going to make as much impact as I can on our melanated people. And hopefully that we become better conjurers and spiritualists, because we have better quality of men and women out here in these spiritual streets. And so you ain't got to be settling for anything other than a decent man. At the very least, you'll get a decent working man. All right? God bless you.